Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three Sin Spawn that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Char.
Hello. Oh, hello again.
In the bottom middle,
Can you hear me? Do I have to shout?
No, I can hear you,
Okay, good.
In the bottom middle, we have Greshy Ironroot, Dwarven Druid, played by Greshy. Played by Will.
Hello.
Dwarven Greshy
hello.
Druid.
You get 3 hellos for me this time. How about that?
Cool. In the bottom right, we have Gunn, Shough, Human Champion of Erastil, played by Adam.
I don't even know.
I'm a lasagna hog.
All right.
Half of a palindrome. It's a half
Is
of a
it?
palindrome. The other half. Go hang a salami. I'm a lasagna hog.
Ah, okay. Well, today, sometime ago on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers made their way deeper into the Halls of Wrath, taking a mysterious teleportation circle, wherein they wound up in a room filled with training dummies, and bore witness to a few Sin Spawn practicing. The Sin Spawn immediately jumped to attack, calling out for assistance, them yelling out caused assistance to appear, and a bundle of warriors of wrath emerged from their rooms, rushing out to confront you all. You managed to it was a rough fight, but you managed to put down all but one, who ran off to the north and into another teleportation circle. And I think that is basically right where we left off. So, what would you guys like to do? You find yourselves in this room filled with training dummies that are slowly twitching, except for the two I did believe that were broken by Greshy. There are a couple of open doors into which you can see, some of you can see in, they look like small kind of bunkery rooms with a handful of beds stacked on top of each other on either side. To the north, actually, to Asher's right. Asher, you can see into this room over here. Instead of beds, there appears to be a number of simple stools, along with some benches placed up against the wall. They're kind of stacked benches, so they're a little bit like rafters almost. And yeah, as far as this big room is concerned, there are 4 major exits. There's one to the east, which you came from, which has the 2 teleporters. The one to the north, which seems to have at least one teleportation circle, a blue one. The one to the south, which also has a blue teleportation circle visible. And the one to the west, which appears to have you can see a long table, like a long fancy wooden table with a magical bonfire in the center, just constantly flickering. It looks like some kind of maybe a meeting hall or a dinner table or something like that. And yeah, it looks like there's all in all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's 12 rooms, small rooms on either side of this big chamber. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Do you think we'll have 10 minutes, or?
I've got eyes on the hallway with the teleporter. I say, you two search the area before we move on.
All right.
I'll keep a lookout.
Which area are we searching? I guess I'll head south then.
Are the dummies aren't like moving anymore, are they? Did that complete its situation?
They're still so. Yeah, give me. I know your perception.
I was just about to test
already. Asher, you can see that They all seem to be kind of staying still, but every few seconds or so, you'll see one like kind of twitch slightly. Each of the dummies is like a big pole with a kind of barrel-shaped body filled with straw or some other kind of material, and a crossbeam representing the arms. And on the crossbeams are attached various weapons like flails, some shields, that sort of thing. But yeah, every few seconds they seem to twitch.
How are they connected to the ground?
Seemingly by this pole that goes into a pad of steel that seems to be bolted to the ground. If there's a mechanism there, you can't see what it is without presumably removing this panel.
I'll be staying against this wall. I don't want to deal with that.
All right. Looks like
Climb
Greshy
up
is
on these.
making his way to the south, and Asher's making his way to the north.
Rock,
You're
just
both
stay
kind
back
of
there, buddy.
sticking as far back
Plug
as
in
you
the wall,
can.
trying to move in between the twitches as best you can.
Okay, so you're waiting for them to twitch, and then you're kind of moving forward afterwards.
Since they've been moving and reacting at a certain repetition, I can hopefully try and time it a bit better.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just going to be standing next to them, and they'll just keep smacking failing if I get too close.
Yeah, so you recognize that they're doing this at a pretty consistent interval, so I'm not going to make you roll a check. You can just every like couple seconds you see it twitch, and then you dart past. So it's easy enough for you to get past them when there's only one or two that you have to worry about at a time. But perhaps going through a whole group of them might require some more finesse, like a proper check.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of them. It's gonna be
looks like Asher
Oh,
is
boy.
reaching his destination first, possibly. Asher makes his way up to this northern room. The door was already open. You presume that one of the sin spawn came out of here. And yeah, it's a pretty big room, but it is pretty much filled to the brim with these stools, chairs, benches. There doesn't appear to be any, like, it's not really a sleeping quarters per se. It looks almost like a waiting room. There's bits of blood, still seemingly fresh, in various spots along the benches. You see a few rusted shields, and in one corner of the room to your right, there are a number of battle axes, the same kind that the Sin Spawn outside that you fought were using. They're just kind of leaned up against the wall.
Weird waiting room. Oops. I don't... Unless these axes are... They didn't seem to be special. I guess I can examine them. Whoops. And make sure, but... Otherwise, it just seems like there's benches and stools and not much in here else.
Yeah, not really. The axes that you see, they've seen better days, but out of them, out of this like batch of 5 battle axes that are in the corner of the room in this basically a bucket, one of them seems to have a pretty basic +1 rune etched into it.
Okay. I think we've perhaps gone beyond that. Are these? Are they large? What is the weight of the axe? It's
Metal axe
these-
is probably a 2 bulk, would be my guess.
Yeah, I think they're 2 bulk each. I can double check real quick.
Weapons all seem to be 1 or 2,
Axe.
or light.
This is, I guess it's a great axe, a 2-handed weapon. So yeah, this is 2 bulk.
Okay. That's nice. I mean, I'll pull that one out and kind of bring it out here, and I'm not crossing all of these. So I'll just kind of go over here and lean it against the wall, and
Okay, you can see that
be like,
there's
I'll
beside
come
you,
back to this.
all up against the sides of the room are even more weapon racks, filled to the brim with various types of weapons. Most of them look fairly plain, but you just kind of lean up the slightly nicer looking battle axe against this rack of other weapons.
We decide we really need it. There it is. Otherwise, I'm
Greshy.
probably
Plus
not
1 runes
taking
are always
that.
good.
I'm trying to make my way actually towards the back of the room. Trying to see
Okay.
about this long table if there's anything interesting there, but we're starting to approach areas I'm not sure I can just navigate around.
Yeah, to get through here on Phelan back, you'd need to
Mhm.
do a check. In this case, it would probably be I guess an acrobatics check. Or Phelan would have to do the acrobatics check, rather.
Oh boy, Phelan doing an acrobatics check. Would he? How tall is the ceiling in here? Is it pretty short?
Yeah, it's
You said it was
pretty
like a dojo, didn't you? It was kind of. Oh shoot.
Yeah, it's like
So
7 or 8
jumping over
feet.
is not really a valid option. That's fair.
Yeah, not really.
Okay. It is probably better. I'll go ahead and hop off Phelan and just shrink him down to size then.
Okay.
Rather have him a bit more at the ready, but in this case, I don't think we're going to get through very easily otherwise.
Yeah, you hop off Phelan and activate the collar. He shrinks down into his usual puppy form, and you pocket him.
All right, I'll just sit there and we'll start trying to dodge our own way around.
Oh,
Hopefully a little easier for us.
okay, sorry. Just double checking that Wesley's been using this computer, so I was worried for a sec that maybe he didn't switch the profile back and I was streaming to the wrong channel, but I'm streaming to the right channel, so we're good. We're good.
Oh. Well, it seemed to be.
I just had like
I thought I
a
saw
momentary
myself.
panic attack. It's fine.
In the middle. It's good.
Okay,
All right.
but yeah, you're able
Certainly
to
streaming to the right one.
you're able to slip
Navigate through
around.
most of these. Can I sneak through here, or is this a bit too close?
That's a bit too close, since you have to go through 2. So you need to do an
Alright.
acrobatics check.
Okay, well, I'm sure this is going to go splendidly for Greshy.
Yay.
Let's give it a tumble and see what happens. Not so great. That's a 28 total.
28. That is a failure, but not a critical failure. Which in this case, where did... One moment. I put the hazard sheet over here.
Fortunately, Greshy's bracelet of dashing is not currently working, so it doesn't give him any boost.
About the cadence you
okay.
said that made me think, we'll save the children, but not the British children.
Save the children, but not the British children. I do love that video.
Good a failure,
Professor
but not a
Brothers,
critical
Washington,
failure.
Washington, if you haven't seen it before. Chat. Or audience.
That's an elder meme.
It's not safe for work, in case you were wondering.
Oh,
Is it safe for work?
Also
I
not
guess
safe for marriage?
No, there's a lot of...
No.
No, it's not.
it's a failure, but not a critical failure.
It's probably
right,
30.
okay. Oh, you lucked out. 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
as one of the two strikes you with a. This one's got a spiky ball mace, but you are able to get through and past it, but you take the damage on the way.
Great. Wonderful. This is going to be fun. All right.
That.
Sorry,
Hey,
you were saying,
Asher,
did you see that?
actually, if I saw that, hey Asher, could you toss me that battle axe that you found? Maybe I can hack some of these dummies down.
I want to throw it from here.
Do you want to? You could try.
I'm not gonna throw it like
Yeah,
arms over, but I'm gonna I'll slide it through. Yeah.
Giving you the go-ahead for.
Yeah, there we go. I'll try and slide it.
Okay, you're just gonna try to slide along the ground.
Yeah, what's that game where they have the brooms and the
Shuffleboard or
we're gonna
not
curl.
shuffleboard,
curling, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to broomstick it down.
Okay. Give me just an athletics check then. This thing's kind of heavy, and
All right.
sliding it across stone isn't the easiest.
Athletics is the correct skill for broomsticking.
Wee. 39. I'm very strong.
Very good at broomsticking. There you go.
Yeah, you get the angle just right, and then just thrust it forward. The axe slides between four of the training dummies and just up to Gunn's feet, and he lifts his foot and stomps gently places his foot on top of the axe head as it comes to a sliding stop, and then you're able to just carefully bend down and pick it up. Gunn, you now have the +1 great axe.
About hacking a couple of these dummies off. Let me look around and see which ones I can try. Well, I'll start with the one to my west here, because that's kind of in the middle of the room.
Okay.
I might be able.
This one right here? Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me... You could just use your normal weapon attack roll, but I guess -1 +1, so it'd be the same. You don't have to...
Okay.
Because you have a +2 weapon right now, so...
Natural.
Ooh.
Natural 20, okay. You step up and just overhand cleave this dummy and rend it asunder.
Does it
I'm
seem
not
to
gonna...
take damage normally? It's not like got a metal core or anything.
It's pretty hardy, but with the full weight of the axe and your own strength, you're able to kind of tear through it. You don't manage to cleave it in two, but there is definitely it seems like wood. It seems like normal wood. And pieces do splinter to the floor.
Okay, if I then go and poke it and step in, is it going to attack me?
The broken wood.
The broken dummy. Yeah.
Yeah, the broken dummy. Okay. You.
Stops. Does it stop twitching?
It seems to stop twitching. You kind of you'd have to stand next to it to actually reach and hit it with the great axe, but it doesn't. It does actually move a bit at the appropriate interval, but not enough to actually do much. It kind of twitches like a broken clockwork, very briefly, just kind of, but doesn't seem to have its full routine. Meanwhile, it seems like Greshy has made his way.
I will mark a couple that I will work on.
Okay. Yeah, feel free to go ahead and do that. With enough time and carefulness, you're able to slowly hack your way through them. Greshy, you make your way to the back, finding this large hall. As you get closer, you realize it's actually two tables put together.
Oh my.
And there's a good number of chairs around it. They're all fairly simple wooden chairs, each of them emblazoned with the symbol of wrath on the back. You can see, I think, from where
Do
you're
you all
standing.
recall?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask if anyone recalled how many we had taken care of already. I count 14 chars.
Hey, what? Oh, wrathful people. More than 3. 4. 5.
So about 9 more to go.
Maybe if they all got chairs.
Good point. I'm sorry, Jason, you were saying?
Nothing interesting. As you step into the room, you can see the 2 chairs at the heads of the table. The one to the north seems to be slightly fancier. It's still clearly the same work and probably maker. They're like part of the same set, but it is like a little bit bigger. That one actually has like armrests. But otherwise, the one at the south end of the table looks just like the others.
Okay. There's no papers or anything strewn about? It's just empty tables at this point? No
Yeah,
food or plates from eating?
No, you don't see any food or plates. Just the 3 braziers on the table and various in the center and then near the 2 ends. They're kind of little like wire bowls with a magical flame burning inside.
Sure. Meal flame or whatever. Magic. Well, there's quite a lot more to some place around here. These so these dummies, does it look like there's a mechanism or some manner in which they could be deactivated?
Well, you watch Gunn as he's going around striking them
but
down.
For some of us, we're not quite so strong about that. But I'm a bit more flexible with my fingers. A bit more crafty about it as well.
Give me a... Well, let's see. Either an Arcana check or a crafting check to recall, like to observe and recall knowledge on these things. You can pick your poison or attempt.
I'm going to take advantage. I will try the crafting. See how we do. That is a 41 total.
41. Okay. From watching their operations, they appear to each have their, like, you've seen some clockworks. You know that if they were all controlled by the same mechanism, they would probably operate like perfectly in sync. In terms of like when their like attack operation happens, you'd see them all twitch at the same time, but they're all twitching at slightly different intervals, which kind of implies to you that maybe there's they either each have their own individual controller or maybe groups of them have controllers. If they do, it's almost certainly under those metal panels on the floor. Since it doesn't seem like
not
the
be easily
top
accessible
half is
then.
controlled. But it could just as easily be magically controlled. This is a pretty complex for a clockwork.
Well, I could see about trying to take it apart magically. Not sure I'm quite so clever as to do that, though. Might I try
I guess your question about disabling them, you could try to disable them up close and personal with a thievery check, but it would need to be you need to succeed right away, otherwise you'd get hit. So you'd get
like a
one
fun challenge,
attempt.
I'm not gonna lie.
For each one, you could move up to it and attempt to disable device, which is 2 actions. If you fail, then you'd get
hope I don't get hit.
Yeah.
Sure, I wouldn't have a chance to move before their turn. All right, well, if there's any way I can get around, can I get around this one here to the north without getting hit or having to try and roll around it? 'Cause otherwise, I'll take my chances and see if I can disable it.
Going around the one, yeah, you can get around as long as you only have to get around one at a time. You're fine.
Okay, it's not impossible. It's just a longer trek to kind of get up
Sure.
here into the corner and get around. But as long as I can do that.
Took out a few that should let us get to the
Hi,
major rooms and around the edge of the room with Phelan and Rock, hopefully.
Yeah, Gunn has been slowly working his way on 3 of them.
Well, that's good.
So are these doors here just parts of the wall?
Those are doors.
Little thing. Okay. I
So,
want to peek
Asher,
in. Is it locked? Sorry.
No, it's not locked. It doesn't. It's just a simple twist handle. No visible lock on the door. You approach it and twist, opening the door to reveal a room almost identical to the prior one. Bunch of stools, a bunch of benches. It kind of tiers stacked up. Looks like another one of these large waiting rooms.
And let me guess, this one over here is also a waiting room. Let's
You are correct. You
Yaha!
make your way to the next one. Beyond. This one has a few scraps of armor that looked similar to what the Sinspawn were wearing. This kind of, well, it's everything in this place is kind of given a red light from the flickering flames in the room. But yeah, the red armor and leather pieces that make up the Sinspawn armor are kind of strewn about in this room.
Okay. So I'm gonna. There's
You
like
can't
these
really
waiting
stand in those
rooms, and
spots
then
because those
there's
are
bedroom.
weapon racks, but you can.
Oh,
you-
Clamber over it, perhaps.
slither over it. Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of maneuver your way. It's like you're like
Crashing
sidling up
down.
against it, knocking some stuff over. But you make your way over to the
hello,
northern
Greshy.
passage
I
alongside.
feel like we're not being very subtle, but I suppose that's okay.
Nobody's here that we know of. Not like that other room where someone was definitely looking at me, but I'll never know who it was.
I need to patch up Phelan something fierce, and I imagine a couple of us couldn't use some looking over. Are we gonna have the time?
I'm not in a rush, but I don't know where that
Probably
other
been
person
several
went.
minutes already.
Well, sure, but I've been looking around. That's my concern. So I'll take the time. I just don't know if, I mean, if Asher, if you want to keep an eye out while I try and band
I'll
some people
just
up.
Stand here and stare at these portals. I guess I only need to look at the red one.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
think the
you-
red one's the only one to worry about.
You make your way up, and you see a blue and a red portal pair in this northern chamber.
Oh, the red portal's over there. Okay.
I'd like to stand 15 feet away from
Well-
the portal.
All right.
There we go.
You try to keep your distance from both portals.
I'm actually going to move over to here where I maybe can see. Yes, there is a red portal in the far room as well. So, okay,
Aye.
here I can see both of them. So,
Yeah.
you
So
guys
you
keep
you
on searching
to
and
the
I'll
south
just
and
stand here
see-
and watch.
that the room on opposite side also has a blue and red portal, with the blue portals being on the west sides of both rooms.
Guess I
Rock
don't
dutifully
like stairs.
lets out a little bird sound.
Yeah, just don't. best not come in here, bud. Or
He ruffles his feathers and turns
unfortunately.
to watch the portals back here. Okay. Sounds like you're attempting.
Well, I was I was going to try and get to everybody, but since Gunn and Rock, who are the other hurt people, are a bit far away, I guess I'll just get myself and Phelan.
All right.
So we'll do a master level medicine check. If I get 10 minutes, do so.
Okay. You take 10 minutes with your companions watching over you to treat yours and Phelan's wounds. Go ahead and give me the medicine check. That was 36. That is a success, but not a critical. Right, Master is 30. Yes, Master is 30. So 2d8 plus
Correct.
30 for the healing.
That will be 43 hit points back for both of us.
Okay, 43 HPs.
May I count that?
Not if you're standing over there.
As a rest?
Oh, so you may count it as a rest.
Oh, refocus?
To refocus?
To refocus? Sure. You're not. If you do, you're not really keeping super close watch, but
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, you're more.
Yeah, I
than
could go
welcome
for
to-
another 10 minutes, but I think we should probably move on.
Are we satisfied that we've searched all of the rooms and the west room? What was in the west room?
I mean, I looked through the restroom and there were some tables. There were 14 chairs.
Did we?
One was a little bit fancier, but
Did you search for any kind of hidden things?
not anything hidden. Do you think they would be hiding things in plain sight like that?
I mean, around here, maybe.
Wrath is known to be a tricky bunch.
They are the most likely to be the straightforward. But
That's kind of
about,
what I was thinking, but
what about
I have
the,
not searched.
Yeah, I haven't
Daddies?
either.
The what's?
The warriors and the sin spawn that we?
Oh, the other side rooms? I mean, I can continue to search and...
No, the corpses that we made.
Oh. Let me take a look, see. Starts making my way over.
I mean, they were using some fancy swords.
Okay, it
Where
looks
their
like
wands.
Greshy is making his way around to one of the Warriors of Wrath.
Probably should double check and make sure they're actually dead, but I imagine after 10, 15 minutes of us wandering about, wouldn't notice by now.
As far as you guys can tell, they seem to be in the same positions. Oh, thank you, Party of Two RPG, for the raid.
It's nice.
Thank you. Hope you all had a good time. Alright, so you're checking the warriors to see if they had anything interesting. So, each of them has a mithril chain shirt. It's a chain shirt that's made out of a material that glows softly blue in the light. I guess it maybe look a little bit purple under red light, but sorry, is that my... I'm not going to try and do color theory right now. I'm terrible at it. Yeah, they've got a
purple.
they've got a chain shirt made out of a mithril, which you might have seen before, and each of them has a great sword and a spell book. The spell book is written entirely in Thessalonian, but they are spells.
I'm sure that'll be useful to some extent.
If you're checking any of the sin spawn are much less. They each have breastplates and they have breastplates and great axes, and all of the weapons that these guys have are +1s, and the armors are each +1s as well.
So not too bad.
definitely sound like they're worth storing. I should have room in my
right.
bag here.
Well, I think.
So that would be
I wonder if
3
they would be.
great axes is 2, 4, 6 bulk, and chain shirts are. Where's chain shirt?
Probably 2 as well. And mithril might -1. on that,
Chain shirt is
recall.
bulk 1 if worn. It's more bulk if carried. I forget.
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
fair enough.
formula
I believe
is.
it's an additional single bulk.
Yeah, so it's probably about 2 bulk for each chain shirt. And then
Then
the
because they're
swords.
mithril, don't they go down 1?
Oh, you might be right, actually. I think mithril is lighter, isn't it? My search isn't working right now, but yes, I think they are a bit lighter than that. So maybe they are just the 1 bulk, we'll say. And then the
They are
great
1 bulk
swords,
lighter
I
than
think-
normal.
Why is my search not working? Great swords are 2 bulk each as well. So that'd be another 6 bulk of +1 swords.
I'm actually kind of wondering if we might. I mean, unless we have good reason to keep a bunch of +1 runes around, we could try breaking it down into something else.
It does take a while to do that, and you need rune stones, which I don't think we have any spares.
No, I'm talking about putting it in the Athelion.
Oh, I see.
Wait. Wouldn't that just use up the Athelion?
No,
It's
it's
not how you make more.
Athelion. You drain the power into it.
Was that?
It absorbs the magic.
I didn't recall that being a
That's
thing
how
we
that's how
learned.
my things got deactivated.
Yeah, because you touched the substance.
The Athelion.
Yes. Which we then
Does that
Bottled
not
up.
use it up?
Yeah, I think
Well-
that uses it up. I don't think that creates more of it.
I thought it absorbed the magic. I thought that was the point.
I think you might be getting the main pool and the Athelium mixed up.
Did it neutralize it or absorb it? Like a
Like the rune.
Well, it obviously
pool,
it definitely turned it off, but there was
stuff in and
disjunction which
will
actually
enhance it.
deactivated your things.
you can always throw a bunch of things in it and see what happens.
That's true.
The reason we bottled up some Athelium is so that we could throw it at someone who has magic items and have it turn their stuff off.
Maybe that's why you bottled it up? I wasn't going to be throwing it to anybody.
I mean, I
Oh.
suppose it's probably pretty valuable for its own, for other purposes as well.
Right, it's a crafting ingredient.
Oh. I also thought we were throwing it at people.
I missed that
Good
part.
thing we're talking about this now.
But if we needed it, I figured it would make a decent bomb.
I suppose so. Seems like an awful waste.
I guess we can
Maybe,
go back
but-
and get more and dunk things in it like
Yeah, I don't think we know how to make more.
No, thus far, the only information you have on the Athelion substance is the letter that you found in the hall, the Abjurant halls, the meeting notes that I think mentioned the Athelion. Plus, I think some knowledge checks that determined some of the properties of it.
Well, I mean, we can carry it around for a while, but it seems like this is going to add up pretty quick. I don't know how much we're going to want to carry.
Greshy is shouting this, by the way, from the
That's-
other side of the room.
I am. He's gathering
okay.
things, slowly pulling things into a place where we can put them in Gunn's bag if he wants them.
Mithril is pretty valuable.
Oh, I'm not saying we get rid of everything just because. I'm just saying maybe not to
The
keeping
rest-
everything around.
The rest we can leave if we need to leave it, but the Mithril I think is something that will definitely be worth its with space.
Great. Well, I'll grab the mithril. Any sign of anyone else showing up?
Not so
I
far.
don't see anyone.
No. Not as far as you can tell. Gunn, while Greshy is packing away those mithril shirts, you get like a little tingle at the back of your neck, like hair standing on end. You feel like somebody's watching you.
Ah.
I'll whip around. This must have been what Asher felt earlier.
Yeah, you turn around,
Do
look
I
all
see
around you.
anything?
The only person nearby
You
is
described the
Asher, and
tiny-
he's just watching Greshy.
Someone's scrying on us.
Seems like it.
How do you
I'll-
figure that out?
I don't know. I don't see any tiny eyes or whatever it was that you saw earlier,
I saw a little glimmer.
but I do feel like I'm being watched somehow.
It always feels like somebody's watching me.
As my lights flicker.
Is there a way to do that? You just have to like rely on kind of rolls to figure out if
You'd have to use rolls, or perhaps have a special magic item or special kind of spell. It's a thing that you can kind of protect against, but yeah, not anything that you can do without any kind of preparation, I think.
Alright, we're gonna need tinfoil hats. We'll each make one and wear one, and then no one will be able to scry on us again.
Okay, but Greshy, you're able to put those things away. What do you guys do?
Right, get this packed.
I think the next thing to do is to go through to the next area. Follow after that warrior of wrath who retreated. We still haven't found the leader of this area yet.
So we choose that direction and not the other one.
Do you think the other one will lead us somehow closer to them?
No, my biggest concern, well, I guess they may have just come through the other way if she was making a trap on the other end. That would be my biggest concern. Would
Yeah,
be teleporting and then being surrounded by people. But we could totally do that. I am
Back
all
over-
for it.
Back over here to where I can get rock, and I'll recast pet cache. I'll be like, until there's more space, buddy. You're gonna have to go back in the cloak. And he'll disappear into my cloak again. I'll
Okay.
get you taken care of as soon as I can. Sorry.
All right, I can't do that from that view. Okay, you put rock away.
And then I'll follow.
Are you able to just keep reusing it without recasting it? Is that how that works?
No, that's a first level spell slot I just used up.
Okay, so you just cast it again. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys make your way around to the north part of the room, with Phelan tucked away in the bag and Rock tucked away in the cloak. There are two magical circles.
There they are.
A blue one on the west side of the room, a red one on the east side.
Before we jump in, I think Asher might get better use out of this today than I will. We'll go ahead and cast Heroism.
Ooh.
Although you don't have it in your sheet as a mod, it adds +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks
Oh, nice.
for 10 minutes. And then we can hop in.
All right,
Is
you
my
tap
sheet
Asher
of
with some
paper.
heroism.
very heroic.
Okay.
Doesn't improve AC though, which is what I was really hoping to.
That's all right. Eventually, my runes will turn back on. I'm sure. I hope.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Shall we?
Well,
Yes.
offense is the best form of defense. The three of you.
That's what I'm going with.
It does give. I mean, it does help saving throws, so that's something.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, the three of you, one by one, step into the blue circle, and after a moment passes, you feel a blue light fill your vision, and you vanish from view. And let's see where I put you.
We reappear someplace random.
And we die. It was the death circle.
You reappear,
It was not.
surrounded
It
by
was.
3 warriors.
Yes!
Well, three of these women, in a strange area that looks almost like an alchemical lab. The one marked number 1 is she's the one that you fought earlier that ran off. She is clearly like a little bit injured, but her wounds have healed over. But she's got the same short cropped blonde hair from before. The other 2 seem to be 2 different women. These they're not using swords, great swords. They both wield scimitars. And each is holding some kind of strange orb in one hand. Let me give a description of the room as well. So at the south end of the room, there's a strange dragon face statue with 2 big glowing red eyes. Just across from you is the blue teleporter. To the north, on the east side of the room, is a series of what look like clear container or containment fields. Those kind of like sci-fi life pods, I guess. In each of them is a human male in the middle stages or in various stages of flesh warping. Each of them is kind of halfway between man and sin spawn at the moment. They're all in kind of various degrees of like disfigurement, basically, as they are being slowly morphed into sin spawn. The western, so the eastern side is kind of like mainly an alchemy area, it looks like. The western side seems to be largely weapons and weaponry. There are anvils for hammering steel. There's a forge in the back of the room. At the far back of the room, there are a number of large barrels of varying types, each seemingly filled with materials and or liquid. And there's a massive bubbling cauldron of some kind of reddish-orange liquid at the far back center of the room. It is a massive cauldron, a good 15 feet tall, that is bubbling over, and there's a big like metal staircase that leads up to it. And coming out the back of the cauldron are 3 massive pipes that seem to be either fueling the liquid or perhaps taking the liquid somewhere. And then in the center of the room, surrounded by a number of workbenches with variety of papers and notes strewn about, there is a kind of table, altar, question mark, on which are laid 2 sin spawn, both lying in perfect repose. not moving, not reacting. Both of them disrobed entirely, their armor laying to the side of the table. They don't seem to be moving or reacting to anything. It's almost like they're on like an operating table. And they're surrounded by smaller tables with papers, notes, jars, and vials of alchemical fluids. And yeah. Whoop. But back to here. Back to what's going on with you guys. So you appear in this room, and you are surrounded by these three humans. So let's go ahead and get some initiative.
Woo.
I knew it.
Number 2, number 3.
I did have that suspicion.
I knew it.
Ooh,
Oh, geez.
Greshy. Phelan should be there.
Oh!
Arthur, you son of a bitch. How dare ya? Just had to show off. No, that's actually great. If we have 2 people going that fast, we might be able to do something.
Ooh.
What the hell, Gunn? What?
I'm right behind you.
You really are. Well, we were pretty sure this was going to happen, so... I mean...
They just got descending rolls. Cool. Okay.
Please narrate the initiative. Be great.
I will narrate the initiative as soon as I fix it. Okay. So, you appear. You were all ready for a fight. They were all ready for a fight. The moment you materialize, all of your muscles instantly go into reaction mode. You're all like just jumping for a fight. So Asher, I'll assume that you guys all had your weapons out, considering how much higher your initiative
I
is.
definitely have that.
And you knew you were expecting something, so go ahead. Asher, the moment your vision clears, you see the 3 of these warriors getting ready to strike. What do you do?
I moved here.
Okay.
And then I hunt prey 2 and 3.
Okay. You dart off to the side, carefully track the movements of the north one and the south one that were flanking. And then third action?
And then we'll shoot. I'm going to shoot twice at... I guess I could do it to both, but I'm going to...
Yeah, you could split it if you want.
do it to the one...
I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're both hunted. I think that's the requirement.
Yeah.
That they just be hunted. Like, I couldn't do it to one. But I'm just going to try and go for number 2 here.
Okay, you take aim at number 2.
Page. We will be doing that shortly. And I get a +1 to this. So that would be a 39 to hit on the
That is a
first
critical.
one. Oh. Well, the second one's going to be a 29.
That is a hit. So a critical and a hit.
Okay. All right, let's do the... Give me
Let's do the thing. It's so
my
sabotage.
sheet. It's hard to do. All right, let's do... I'm just going to do the crit first. Unless you just want me to do it all at once. What do you prefer, Jason?
No, you can do them in whatever order is
together,
convenient.
All right, I'm going to do all the damages. So that's...
Yeah, that's fine. 11 plus 21 plus 22 for 54 points of
Love to see
piercing.
it.
that is
Plus 6 plus
One of
3 plus 12 of the frost and flames. So that's 75 total so far. Plus another 23 hunted prey damage
Precision.
from the precision, and another 10 points from the deadly for 108 damage. as you lay in
Okay.
2 quick shots into number 2's neck. She staggers, drops to her knee. She's not quite down, but almost. Greshy.
Wait, she has to.
Oh, you're right.
There's always more, Jason.
Yes, that's
So
true.
there's 1d10 persistent fire damage.
Okay.
She's
So she also
flat-footed
catches on
until the
fire.
end of my next turn.
All right.
And she can do her little DC 24 fortitude save, or she's slowed.
Okay, DC 22
This
fortitude
worked
save. She's
once
got a
now, so now I
19.
no longer care.
So plus
But she
34.
could fail on a 4.
No, she rolled a 34.
Oh, that's not a 4.
She did a great job. It's good for her. She's not slowed,
Okay.
but she
She's
is
critically not
flat-footed.
slowed.
All right, she is
And that's the end
flat-footed.
of my turn. Thank you, Jason.
Okay. Greshy.
And stuck.
Oh, yes, she's also
Great.
She
pissed.
could be stuck. Forgot. I have to write down that they can be pinned. I did write down.
They can be pinned.
Alright.
Let's see here. I think. So Greshy would have a staff in one hand and Phelan in the other if he's not going to have Phelan out. That's him in battle mode. So he's going to
Okay.
go ahead and just toss Phelan as one action over next to him to allow him to bamf out.
Okay.
So Phelan will end up being big over here. And
You're doing
then
like that?
Greshy with his... Yes, that'll do. And Greshy with his other 2 actions is going to use the appearance of Phelan to attempt to intimidate everybody. And I would like all of them to make a DC 34 will save.
Okay.
All 3 of these within range.
Number
All of them
1
feel
feel
the pressure.
succeeds. She is unfazed.
Jerk.
The other 2. What was the DC? 34?
4. 34.
34. Okay. Number. I guess
fancy.
she's number 2 crit fails.
Angry.
And number 3 also crit fails. So they're both frightened 3 and fleeing.
Oh dear.
Not
All
too
right.
surprised for number 2, but
And I suppose Phelan is going to get up and bully number 3, but is not going to do anything else. And that'll be his one action.
Okay.
Done.
Any other actions left? No.
That was it. All 3 to toss
That was
action to toss Phelan and all that jazz.
all right. Gunn, you're up.
I will engage number 2 in sword battle here. Sorry, yeah, that is number 2. That is number 2.
Yeah, number 2 is directly beside you.
By striking
Oh,
my
dear.
sword.
Natural 20 for a 47. Roll
number
damage for
2.
fun,
Oh,
but it's,
no.
that's completely
all but
unnecessary.
guaranteed.
Because it's really like a 50 with the
She's having a horrible day.
poor woman.
So 17 plus 24 plus
and
5 plus
9
4.
good.
So
Total
yeah,
of-
total of 50 points of slashing and good damage. You just turn and slash diagonally across her chest. She stumbles backwards, screams out in pain as her corpse on fire tumbles to the ground. She is very much dead.
Oops.
All right, do it again. Also
Um,
get some hit points back, or can you? That's just
No,
once per day.
that's,
Isn't it?
that's once a day.
Too bad.
What I can do is step up to number 1 here. Number 1 resisted the fear spell.
Aye.
Yes, you can see that number 3 is quivering, but number 1 is her resolve is focused. She's staring you down and is like moving towards you to strike.
So I'll try to make an intimidate check on her.
Okay, you try go for
Fear
you
the
move
dog,
closer
you'll
and go
fear
for
the gun.
demoralize.
It might be more. I have a 41 against. Oops. I have
A
an action
41
that I
is-
should have used instead, but plus some from the area.
42 is a
That's
crit
fun.
success on demoralize.
That
So I think
makes-
that's
That yeah, I forgot to. rolled it again, but that makes her frightened 2.
Frightened 2. Okay. You step forward and scare the shit out of her. Okay. Number 1.
Oh.
It is their turn. So number 1 is going to go, and she, as you step forward, she curses out in Thessalonian. Damn it, I don't know who you people are, but you'll pay for what you've done. And she will... Ooh. So I'm debating whether or not she casts a spell. Let's see.
Come on, it's me. Let's do this.
Yeah, okay. She is going to swing her sword like towards Gunn. You instinctually back up, but the sword slams against the ground, causes the rocks to shake, and or the stony floor to shake, and a burst of flame comes shooting out through the ground, breaking up stone in its path as well. And I need Gunn, Greshy, and Phelan to all do a reflex save, please.
All right, let's try and dodge. I'm going to go ahead and use my hero point for Greshy.
Okay, go ahead.
Gunn has a 42.
42.
That's better. 34 for Greshy, and roll Phelan's reflex. Oh, and that's a natural 1 for Phelan, so 27
the
total.
baby.
Okay, so Phelan crit fails. Gunn succeeds. Oh, 39 plus 1 would be 40.
Plus 2 from using my shield.
Okay, so Gunn crit succeeds. Greshy succeeds, but not crit succeeds. And then Phelan crit fails. All right. So in that case, this is...
Actually, let me double check that. I might not get that unless I raise my shield.
In any event, the 40 exactly was good enough, so just with the wrath bonus. Okay, so this should be that plus that. So this is 13 points of bludgeoning and 20 points of fire damage. So
I'm gonna. Phelan is within my range for my reaction, my champion's reaction. So we'll go ahead.
Okay.
I think. Yep. So is the enemy. So I'll actually I'll do the AOE version. So.
Oh shit!
All 3 of us.
DC is reduced by 2.
Can reduce.
It is.
Ooh, that just barely doesn't.
Phelan not a crit failure.
it almost. It made it a 28. If it went down to 27, it wouldn't have been a crit failure. But okay, nothing's changed as a result of that. All right, cool. Sorry, but she will be enfeebled too.
The AOE version. The AOE version of the resistance is going to be only 14 points instead of 16, but it's for all 3 of us, and it affects the fire and the physical separately. So reduce the fire by 14 and reduce the physical by 14.
Okay, so Greshy would take no bludgeoning and half of 20, so it's only 3 points of the fire. Or sorry. I guess it's divided by 2 first and then minus 14. 4. So 4 points.
So it just be no. I take no damage.
But on Phelan, it's going to be doubled first.
Well, no, you take 4 points of fire. If you've got fire resist, then sure. Does that make sense? No? Yes?
So what were the totals of damage she was taking?
What were the total damages?
It's 13 bludgeoning, 20 fire. So 13 divided by 2.
Not crit success, so it's half of each.
Yeah, so 13 divided by 2 is 6, minus 14 is 0, so no bludgeoning damage to Greshy. The 20 divided by 2 minus...
It's divided by 2 minus 14 is 0.
Oh, yeah, it's 0. Okay, math. Hey, we can do this.
So That's why I was double checking. I was like, wait a minute.
Greshy's clear, but Phelan's gonna still take.
Oh, Phelan's gonna get hurt.
Greshy would take.
It's all hell.
The first is 26 minus 14, so 12 bludgeoning, and then 40 minus 14 is 26 fire.
Okay.
We got there in the end.
Hurtful, but that hurts a lot less for Phelan. Thank you for that, Gunn.
Okay, and then she will go ahead and do a.
Also get.
What was that?
Persistent good damage at the end of her turn of 4 points.
Okay, persistent good damage 4, and is she enfeebled as well? Is that true? Still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll choose enfeebled.
Okay, you choose enfeebled. She's going to try a strike on.
Stupefied too.
Stupefied 2? Okay. Stupefied 2. Sure. Okay, well, she is going to then try and swing at you, Gunn. I can't imagine this will possibly hit, so 21 minus the fear and the stupidity. Fear is the -2, plus the actual die roll. It's 4.
The stupefied is just going to affect their spell casting, not their.
I know. That's why I said.
Attacks.
Yeah. Yep. It's just the fear. Sorry. So that minus the fear plus that is a 35 to hit Gunn, which won't hit. And then she takes 4 points of good damage. And does not get rid of the good, but the fear goes down by 1. Okay, so she is frightened 1. Frightened 1. Okay. The other of the 2 Wrath disciples, she in terror backs away. 10, 25. Gets into the teleporter across from you, and at the end of the round vanishes.
All right,
Asher.
That's fun. I'm going.
That was your other hunt target, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't really change what I was gonna do. Because I need another hunt prey, so I'm gonna move. I will move here, actually. Then I will hunt prey, the only one left, number 1 right now.
Okay.
My second one, and shooty, shoot.
Pretty huge advantage for going last in the round. In this case,
so it's a 34.
being able to instantly escape.
And a 34. 2 34s.
2 34s. Those both hit. Let me compute. Just +1 in this case. Okay. Yes, those will both hit. So 2 regular hits to her.
1, 2, and 1 hunt prey. Where are you? Little hunt prey. There we go. Alright.
Plus 12, 15 plus 12 plus 6 plus 2 plus 9 for 44 points of total damage. Okay. So you move, you do a hunted prey, and then hunt shot. Greshy.
Yep.
All right.
Her pinned.
Spend an action to mount Phelan. We'll spend 2 actions to give him 3, and he's gonna run around and start trying to bite at the poor woman. The poor, not scared woman. Bait number 1. There it goes. 32 to hit.
32.
She's flat-footed.
Flat-footed would make that a 34. 35 with her fear. That will hit.
All right, excellent. So we'll deal, helps if I'm looking at the right thing, damage. There we go. 22 piercing and then 3 electric.
For a total of 25
And
points of
then-
damage as Phelan
Yeah, and
chomps.
then chomps and then throws her on the ground.
Okay, yeah, throws her on the ground with a knockdown. She is flat-footed and prone. Gunn.
I think I'm gonna go after the person who retreated. And yet... How much can I move in one move? I can move far enough. This would be far enough to get on the circle, yeah?
I would say not quite.
30 feet?
You gotta be
Yeah, I
in the
would say-
center
Yeah.
6 squares? Okay. In that case, I will make one strike at this person who's prone. Hold up real quick. With 36.
36 will hit. Go ahead and 36, 37,
38, 39 for flat-footed.
That'll be a crit, actually.
All right. Well, then that is out 57 points of...
Yeah, 53
Slashing and
slashing
good
and
damage.
6 total good for total 59. You bring your sword down, stabbing her in the chest. You pull it out and immediately start turning to walk away. She's breathing heavily, but she's still alive, barely.
Well, actually, I'm gonna fire off the stored spell in my sword, which will do on a crit. It will be an automatic. Roll this twice. Automatic crit as well for 19 additional points of good damage.
Okay, so this is what, Divine Lance that's inside the, or what's in this?
Yep. It's Divine
Yes.
Lance.
Ah, okay.
Energy, Holy Beam.
Wait, did you roll
He
it?
just
Isn't
stabs her and suddenly there's like a burst.
I rolled the damage. The dice roll does not matter because it uses my attack that just landed. But the damage is 19 points of good.
How is it 19? Oh, I'm not seeing the roll.
11 and 8. Oh, it went in Divine Lance plus 2, so it's only the 3rd level version.
Oh, sorry.
I got 1, 1, 2
my-
on one of them, but
Okay, my roll 20
not coming.
is apparently
Roll
not.
20.
I just got a.
Somebody
Alright.
left.
Maybe
Yeah.
me. I just got a
Download.
message
Oh.
saying that I've been disconnected. Cool.
Ah.
No.
Oh.
Sorry, that's why I was confused.
Yeah, no worries.
Using the store.
So that
that's one action to trigger the
To
spell
trigger
lance.
it, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you burst a divine
correct.
lance, erupting good energy. I'm pretty sure that is enough to kill her. She dies. I guess I can't even. Yeah,
Then,
I can't really do anything.
With a free action to get a little +5 boost from my Boots of Elvenkind, I can get over to this square of the...
I
Oh,
can't see
so the
anymore
first-
because I'm still disconnected. But
Yeah. Yeah,
what's
forgot.
happened?
Well,
Why
one square
are you
further
doing
than
this to me?
we previously
I guess I
showed,
can move
so
you on my screen,
into the
even though it won't
center
matter.
spaces.
I assume there. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
that's,
move across.
that's right there.
You move across and teleport at the end of the round.
Yep.
Man, Roll20 is really not gonna. It's just not loading now.
Oh yeah, there you go. 5.
Well, you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Okay.
hear you just fine.
Let's
You're probably
theater
not gonna be able
of
to.
mind the rest of this part of the combat.
I assume
Sure.
I'm not going to necessarily be able to catch her because she's had another round of
Okay.
like
So at the end of the round, Gunn, you warp away, and you find yourself in the red circle on the opposite side of the blue one that you had entered. You you hear the sound of her scurrying away. And I guess top of the round, it would actually be Asher's turn first.
Asher.
Greshy.
Oh. Should we follow him? Should we go and make sure?
I'm a little worried about the stuff in the room here, but sure, let's go see what's up.
Oops, I should probably count my steps. Very important for your calorie counting. Count your steps. Oh, it's 2 turns for me to get here.
Or 2 actions.
And I will stand here. Yeah, 2 actions.
Yeah, so
and I
you
will
use
stand
2
in the
actions to
circle.
get into the portal and then just wait on your 3rd action. Greshy?
Yep.
Same thing?
I mean, basically I can spend 2 actions and Greshy's reaction for failing to do an action. A prepared action, is that correct?
Prepared?
Oh, sorry, you trying
That was
to...
what we had talked about. I don't know if you're still...
Are you trying
I
to
would like to have...
ready a
I would like to
Phelan
prepare...
action? Oh,
Yes,
right,
I want
because
to
he
ready a
doesn't
Phelan
normally
action
get
to move.
reactions. Sure, yes.
Correct.
Yes, that's fine.
I want to ready an action when we go through for Phelan to use 1 action of movement to try and chase after the woman.
Okay. All right, so
See how far I can get.
get into the portal and then ready, use the rest of your actions to whisper into Phelan's ear, like as soon as we get through, get him, boy, kind of thing. Cool. So you 2 get into the portal. Gunn, you can't see her, but you can hear her running down the hall. Well, that's the disconnect. Cool beans. All right, I guess we'll be right back, chat. Or viewers, whoever. Sigh. Well, the internet has not come back. And I guess that'll do it for tonight's show. Thanks for listening and stopping by. Find out what happens next time on 3rd action. Yay. I fucking hate Comcast. Good night, everybody.